Dun, 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 dun. Let's get this shit set up first. It's gonna suck if you guys can hear that. I don't know if the music that I'm hearing from one of the neighbors' house is gonna register, but if it is, I apologize, folks. I'm just getting a couple things set up here, and then we'll get into this live motherfucking episode. Live chat. Open a new window. Bam. Oh my goodness, my motherfucking hooligan squad. What's going on? Don't worry, if you aren't able to catch this live, it'll be up on the channel like immediately after. Let's fix this mic. Give me 1 second. You're gonna hear some mic noises. I apologize. Whoop. There we go. Much better. Much better. All right. What a fucking day, folks. Before we get into like the things I want to talk about, I need to vent about this day. So my kids go to the school right behind the complex here, and every fucking time I got to pick my kids up from school or I meet them in the field, like the fucking teachers there love to act like I'm some criminal or something like that. Like they immediately go on high alert. So I'm waiting outside the doors for my kids. My daughter had safety patroller after school. And so like it was going to be a couple minutes. And this lady starts fucking hovering around me and like straight up like asking like, "Oh, how you doing today? Like, who you waiting for somebody? You know somebody here?" Like she just keeps fucking like repeating the question in like different ways, basically. And I just had enough of it. I was like, "Listen, I'm waiting for my kids. Relax. Nobody's gonna get hurt or anything around here. Like you can go back to watching the other kids in the field." And she just kind of like nodded her head and like, but stayed probably, I want to say like maybe like 4 feet away from me the whole time. So it gets to about 10 after 3. And I'm like, all right. And like, that's when I'm starting to get worried because my kids haven't come out yet. So I look at her. I'm like, hey, can I please just go to the office through these doors? And she's like, yep, for sure. And fucking follows me like I'm some like fucking skate park punk kind of kid going to steal some fucking candy bars. Like she stays on me. And that shit is so fucking annoying. But so I get to the office, I ask the secretary, you know, waiting for my kids, like, have you seen them? Secretary knew my kids. Not because they like get in trouble and get suspended. Actually, now that I think about it, my kids have never actually been suspended. Cool. Either way, so she tells me, yeah, they just went out the front doors. I'm like, all right, perfect, thank you. And as the secretary says that, the fucking teacher still standing behind me in the office fucking doors goes, oh, okay. And I'm like, and I just look at her, I'm like, yeah, big fucking surprise. I actually have kids here. Like, I'm actually waiting for my kids. You know, it's like, holy fuck, man. I talked about this on the life lessons yesterday, you know? I look a certain way. So some people automatically like to have like judgments or whatever it is. It's one of those things that like, hold on. I forgot to put the post out saying we are live now. Dun, 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 video. Bam, we are live, folks. Come tune in, hang out, discuss whatever you want with me for the live vlog. Bam. Look at that. Inception on inception. Posts on posts on posts. Oh, we live. But yeah. So like they'll see me and they automatically want to fucking like have like judgments and everything and kind of like it's like it's always like old white people too. It's always like the people that watched like fucking Sons of Anarchy and thought the shit was real, or like fucking watch Law and Order and get like worried about that shit actually happening or something to them. I don't know. It's just fucking weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, because the way I look at it is like, I look this way and they're immediately like watching me when a regular ass white dude could be standing like, fucking probably like a salmon or pink fucking polo shirt, the 2 buttons there, the top one undone, collars rolled down. We got some hair mousse. We got the hair, just a little poof to the side, little comb over poof going, probably named Jerry or Lawrence. I don't know. But it's like, they'll see that dude won't fucking blink twice at him when I'm not at the school. I'm just chilling, doing my own thing. I'm trying to like promote positivity and like do good things. And this motherfucker beside me could be like parked beside a fucking school at lunchtime, watching the kids eat and imagining how their lunch tastes and shit. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean? Like, just because a dude looks like he's not gonna fucking cause trouble doesn't mean he's not like a slimy piece of shit. And vice versa. Like, just because someone looks like a criminal or whatever have you doesn't mean that they are a criminal. Maybe that's how they look, me personally, I've talked about it on this channel before. Growing up, like, I'd fucking draw tattoos on my arms and shit during class, so I don't know, eventually, like, I knew I was gonna fucking tattoo everything. And the more tattoos I get, like, whether it's on my face, my arms, my hands, whatever it is, it just, I don't know. Every tattoo just got me more comfortable in my skin, So what could you do? I just had to keep going, folks. So yeah, I don't know. That kind of fucked with me today. But I'm over. I'm over it now. I needed to vent. You know what I'm saying? It's just weird ass old white people fucking jumping to conclusions. I promise I'm not checking text messages or anything. I'm pulling up. Oh, you can't even see it. My efforts were a failure. I'm pulling up the fight card for this weekend. So when I do those fight picks, so yeah, it was just fucking, every time I go to that fucking school to pick up my kids, like I said, like, my kids have never been suspended. They don't get into fights, nothing like that. They don't mouth off to teachers. It's like every time I go to pick up my kids or meet them, they get all nervous and shit, and it's all high alert because I look like a fucking, a character from like I said, like Sons of Anarchy or some shit, and that, like, old ass white people would get all freaked out. They're like, oh, that looks like one of the guys that fought with that blonde character on Sons of Anarchy. The one with the motorcycles, Martha? We have to watch him. I don't know. Fuck it, though. Fuck it. We move on. We're not going to do the fight picks just yet. Dun, 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 dun. Terminator 2. You know what I'm saying? The live chat should be good. So if anyone does jump in, I see we have a viewer. Welcome, whoever you are, my mystery folk. If you want to drop something in the chat, drop it in the chat. Anything you want me to discuss or anything today, we going on it. Or at least anybody that tunes in while this is live, then you have a chance. But if you're watching this and I've already made a post saying that it's over and it was like an awesome stream, then, the train's gone. We're off to Hogwarts, folks. I don't know if that reference or like analogy actually fits because I'm not too familiar with the Harry Potter universe. Oh, actually, fucking since I just remembered something about Harry Potter. Apparently there was a what was it? Oh, a handwritten like prequel fucking manuscript that was J.K. Rowling. She had a handwritten like prequel written out for Harry Potter, and apparently that was stolen like a couple days ago or something. I saw the news about it last night. Jacob Myers, what up? Indoor hat for the win. Well, it's my regular toque right now. Oh, my indoor hat's still with all my film stuff downstairs. Yeah. And I gotta get, I don't know, I gotta get more. I'm just gonna go buy multiples of that because I'm gonna need different ones for the Mr. Crane shit. Face paint and stuff getting in it. Made me sad. I love that fucking hat. Man, okay. So funny story about that whole indoor hat thing. If you're not familiar with it, that bowler hat, that like go on my Instagram, JuvyThaKid. The Mr. Crane photos I'm rocking it in. Actually, if you just search in my videos, indoor hat for the win or indoor hat, it should pop up one of the videos. Man, I bought that thing just because like I had like this kind of like Phantom of the Opera when he's at the masquerade where it's like the skull just like for the upper half of the face. And I got that hat because it just kind of went with it. And then I didn't do anything with it. You know what I mean? I wore it a few times, just kind of like joking around. And, you know, partly because I actually did like it. And then it ended up fucking catching on. It was, I don't know, it was pretty fucking cool. I'm not gonna lie. Some people have actually hit me up and the first like vlogs or anything they've watched, I was wearing the bowler hat or the indoor hat as it were. And then like they get thrown off when they see me in like a regular like toque or something. So that's kind of cool. I don't know. Like parallel universes. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of shit in this like Church of Juvy community that we've built over these past couple of years that just either started as like a joke or just whatever it was going to be, and it just caught on. You know what I mean? I have people still hitting me up that they tell like they have friends in drama class or some shit and they say like ease your teats, theater kids, and like I don't know, that shit, I love it. I don't know, because like I grew up, I was always that kid and like that teenager, whatever, that young man that like I had certain friends that we could just fucking quote movies back and forth. You know what I mean? Like we knew basically like every line to the shit. And to kind of like be on the like receiving end of that where like other people like are quoting lines or like quoting like segments and stuff like from the channel, like that's shit. I don't know. It just fucking, that's super cool because like I've always been quoting like movies and shows that I really like throughout my life, and for other people to kind of like even think something is funny or they like something enough from like this channel to quote it and stuff, like that's fucking, I don't know, that's super dope, especially to a dude like me. You know what I mean? Like, um, I like just, you know, I chill, I do these fucking videos and everything because I love doing them, and like I don't know, the people that have come into my life through them, the whole, you know, quoting things from the channel, it's just certain things have just fucking, I don't know, have made my life so much better. I don't know. I'm extremely thankful for like my hooligan squad. I'm extremely thankful for this channel. I don't know. It's brought so many cool like opportunities that I never thought would be like a part of my life. And I honestly like, I don't know. I will look back and there are memories like just from doing this channel that are gonna stick with me and like will be some of my like favorite memories. So I don't know. I always gotta fucking get like on these little emotional rants and shit when I do these. Oh, that's awesome. Just got a really awesome message from Irish fan, but I'm not going to share it with you guys because it's nothing weird. It's just certain things. This makes it seem so much worse. I was reading a program that, like, you know, a program if you go to a play or something and it lists the acts, that's what it is. It wasn't like a fucking centerfold thing. No, I don't know. Just like it's a really cool message, and excuse me, I'm gonna respond to it. But it's the same thing with the mail calls. People have sent me letters and everything, and those are like the letters I just keep to myself. There's certain things that I like other YouTubers will put out. They'll document like their whole lives and their kids and like every little detail. But for me, I like to keep certain things to myself. Just a little bit of privacy, you know what I mean? And I'm not going to throw my kids on camera because I don't know, there's some weirdos out there. What can you do? So, we're going to get into a movie review in just a second. I'm just trying to... All right, we're done. We're done. I promise. Okay, Maurice, it is time to move on to the movie reviews with Juvy. So today, I watched a really fucked up movie. Recommended to me by naughty_beats. That's like not as in like tie a knot. KNOTTY_beats. I'm pretty sure that's it. Either way, King Julian, Ryan Nerland. Man, I have the way me and Ryan met is fucking just every time I drive by the house, it's so good. Like I just laugh to myself because me and this dude like met randomly at a house party. That the only reason I was at was because the dude I was chilling with and I was trying to get some weed off, like brought me to that house, and I just ended up sticking around and fucking having drinks and chilling with everyone. And people ended up being like battle rap fans, so I spit like bars and like rapped for them and everything. Yeah, King Julian. That little impression. I don't know. My kids loved King Julian for a long time, and I was always kind of good at impressions. So that it felt like that had to be done. Okay, so this movie recommended to me by naughty_beats. I don't know what to make of it. It's called Anti-Birth. ANTI birth, like anti-birth, like Antichrist, anti-birth. And it's super weird. Just so weird. So there's like this chick that parties like every day, every night. Oh, took a pin out. Gotta put it back. She parties every day, every fucking night. She ends up getting like blackout drunk, and she has no idea like what happens at the party. It's not like it's like an independent film and everything. It's not on like she blacked out and can't remember anything, like on some 13 Reasons shit, like a teenage drama. This is like a weird like horror or sci-fi kind of movie. So she doesn't remember what happened. And next thing she knows, like she's pregnant, but it's growing at like a fucking crazy rate. And I don't know how to describe what she gave birth to. Like, if you could imagine the old school Swamp Thing, but it got hit with like the Nickelodeon goo, and it's just all like fucking gross and slimy kind of thing. Like that's kind of that's kind of what it was. Other people might have a different description though. I don't know. It was just fucking super weird. Like I don't know where some people come up with these ideas. Like it's one of those things. Like it wasn't really like a bad movie. Like it's not one. It's not fucking. It's not knocking your socks off and fucking rolling you into bed, if you know what I'm saying. But it's some light petting, but I don't know. Like this movie is definitely different. I don't know. I thought she was gonna give birth to like a fucking demon or like you know what I'm saying. I'm like, oh cool, we already seen this fucking movie, but no, wasn't a demon. It was. I have no idea. Fucking Nickelodeon Swamp Thing, I guess. I don't know. Itchy ear. Ah. I don't know. Anti-Birth is fucking weird. It's probably one of the weirdest fucking movies I've ever seen. Cause like the way the movie plays out, it feels kind of like normal. It's like, okay, I feel like I've kind of seen this movie before. And then the third act hits and you like everything starts going fucking weird. Excuse me. Like God. Fucking Swamp Thing. And like the thing that fucking bugs me about certain like movies, like especially independent movies, it's like they don't know how to fucking end it. So I have said fuck so many times, and I have no idea why. Maybe it's just because I'm comfortable. It's the way I talk. What can I do? Um, but like with independent films, like especially, they fuck like there it is. They always it feels like they always rush the ending. Like they don't know how to end it, so they just fucking like get their like little cousin with the Twizzler straws to like write the ending or something, and it's just really rushed. Um, like I don't know. I feel like if I gave birth to like well, if I gave birth to anything in general, I'm sure I'd be freaking out. But if I gave birth to like a fucking like Nickelodeon swamp thing, I wouldn't be calm. You know, I wouldn't just like I don't know. I wouldn't be sipping orange juice and fucking making a croissant. You know, I wouldn't be eating a couple like, you know, little Debbie cupcakes, you know, the one with the like chocolate top and then it's got the white swirl. It's always like 3 swirls or 4. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be snacking on those. I don't know. It was just a weird movie. It was pretty good though. Give you that. It's on Netflix. So if you guys want to check it out, check it out. Have you seen Guardians yet? No, I haven't. Not the second one anyway. I've seen the first one. It was okay. I don't know. So here's my problem. And it's like it always like people always will jump on and be like, "Oh, you're a DC fanboy." Well, no. I love Marvel and DC. Actually, if I looked around my room, I probably have more Marvel figures than I do DC, if I'm honest. But I don't know. Certain storylines of comics like are just so good for me. And they're just you know what I mean? And there's this grittiness to them. And then when Marvel makes a movie out of it, it's like fucking I don't know. I feel like I'm watching a kid movie. Guardians of the Galaxy was a little different. Um, but I mean, I guess I mean as far as like some of the Avengers movies, especially fucking Civil War. It just didn't. I don't know. It could have been so much fucking better for you know what I mean. Like Civil War, there's a scene that I just is. If they had done properly, it would have been so fucking emotional. Just Punisher carrying Spider-Man, just suits ripped, he like bullets, like blood is dripping everywhere, and Punisher is carrying him in, just saying, "I need a medic." God damn it! But nope, we get fucking Robert Downey Jr. and the guy from Not Another Teen Movie. I don't know. It's just I feel a lot of it's like it's just so it comes off too jokey for me. You know what I mean? Like don't get me wrong, I'm also one of the few people that fucking loved Batman versus Superman and Suicide Squad. So I don't know. But okay, so the first Guardians of the Galaxy. Actually, my favorite character out of that movie is Drax, played by like Dave Bautista, I believe his name is. Um I love how he takes things so literal and he's really not like in a way I guess he's not really supposed to be like a funny character, but just by being himself, he just I don't know, he was fucking hilarious to me. Um what's his name? Is it Chris Pratt or Chris Evans? There's too many Chris's in the fucking Marvel universe. Whoever plays Star-Lord, I loved him on Parks and Recreation, so I had to give it a chance, like this movie a chance, especially because John C. Riley's in it as well. But yeah, I liked Star Lord in it as well. I haven't gotten to see the second one yet, so I guess this was a really long way to say no. I haven't seen Guardians of the Galaxy 2 yet. I've seen Logan though. That shit made me cry like a baby. Ugh. I haven't even been able to watch it again. Watched it once. Well, no, I watched it twice. Cried equally the same amount on the second time. Just god damn it. Like, how the fuck did they make Logan so good? Honestly. I don't know. Maybe it's me because I like, I was one of those kids who had the fucking X-Men figures when like that movie first came out. I saw them in theaters. Just it's such a good movie. H2O. Let's get into some fight picks. We'll do the top 4 just because there was a replacement on the card and I'm not too familiar with those guys. I also don't understand why they didn't just put Eddie Alvarez and Dustin Poirier on the main card instead of keeping them as the like main event for the prelims. Could have put them on the main card and had a fucking absolutely fire card. But hey, I don't work for the UFC. So what the fuck do I know? All right. I'm going to try and do these quick for you folks because I know some of y'all really aren't into mixed martial arts. If anyone else is into mixed martial arts and wants to like discuss these more in detail, then obviously hit me up. Love talking about it. Frankie Edgar versus Yair Rodriguez. It's too early in Yair's career. Everyone's tripping off this BJ Penn victory. BJ Penn's also like, 800 years old in mixed martial arts years, but oh, hold on. Eddie Alvarez looked pretty silly. He looked pretty silly against Conor McGregor, sir. Like that, and that people can hate on Conor all you want, but like I know people who fucking hated that dude. And then once they watched the Jose Aldo fight, even the 2 Nate Diaz fights, like because they were such good fights, got more fans to both of them. Or the Eddie Alvarez fight. Ryan, I fucking know it took the Eddie Alvarez fight for you. But still, if you go back like and watch him now and see the way he's been moving and everything since like the beginning of his UFC career, even before that, like he's made some of the like fucking top dudes look pretty silly. You know what I'm saying? Like Jose Aldo, unbeaten for like fucking 9 years. And the thing, people say that's a fluke shot. I just want to say Conor was preparing for that fight for like fucking 2 years. People okay, so like I understand like I'm like fucking basically balls deep in mixed martial arts, so I might know a lot of other details that like the casual fan might not. But the whole Aldo fight, I still see people saying it was a fluke. That fight was supposed to take place for 2 years. And Jose Aldo, I believe, pulled out twice. They did a whole world tour promoting it, everything. So, like, picture preparing for somebody for 2 years. You're going to be ready for everything. Ryan, Nate won the second fight too. Honestly, that's one of those fights. One time I watch it, I see reasons why Nate won. One time I watch it, I see why Conor won. It's kind of like this. It's kind of like the first fight with Stipe and Dos Santos. I remember the first time I watched it, I felt Stipe won. I watched it a couple weeks ago. I was like, oh, Dos Santos kind of got that. But then I watched it today and I was like, I saw the argument like 100% for both sides. At the same time, Nate's a fucking tough dude, I don't know. I'm not going to fucking dwell on all that though. Okay. So UFC 211. It's too early in Yair Rodriguez. Okay. Frank Edgar versus Yair Rodriguez. Let's see if we can get their ugly mugs. Oh, I hit the volume button. Why did I do that to myself? Frankie and Yair. Okay, so it's way too early in Yair's career. Everyone's tripping off the BJ Penn victory, but BJ Penn, 1, hadn't competed in a long ass time. 2, old as shit. 3, probably shouldn't have been in there. Just saying. Other than that, Yair has mad split decisions, like from like throughout his whole career. He's, you know what I mean? It's not. I don't see him being able to go through a veteran like Frankie Edgar, especially when Frankie Edgar is still able to compete at a high level. He hasn't lost any of his speed. He hasn't lost like any of his like fight intelligence. So I give it to Frankie Edgar for sure. If he doesn't, I don't see him finishing it. I see him putting a lot of excuse me, I see him putting a lot of pressure on Yair and getting the decision. Side note, before I get back into these fight picks, I was watching an interview the other day with Nate Diaz on the MMA Hour with Ariel Helwani. And I don't know. I don't know if he wants to, like, I don't mean to sound like Dana White, but it's just, I don't know. He's saying like he needs somebody to get him inspired to fight and everything. It's like, I don't know, man. Just, there's a lot of dudes that have been trying to get you to fight. It's just, for some reason, like, Nate Diaz thinks it's like this conspiracy where like Connor's working against him and the UFC's working against him, and just, I don't know. I love the guy as a fighter, but he confuses me in his interviews, as mystic as he is. Damian Maia, Jorge Masvidal. This is one of those ones. In my heart, I say Damian Maia. In my mind, I say Jorge Masvidal. Damian Maia has been competing forever. He fought at 185. You know what I'm saying? He fought Anderson Silva. Like, he went all 5 rounds with him. But Jorge is coming off that fucking beautiful Donald Cerrone victory, knockout, actually. Or no, it was TKO. But see, if I go with, like, my heart says Damian Maia, my head says Jorge Masvidal. Fuck. I can see both guys taking it. If it goes to the ground, it's all Damian Maia. He's one of the best Brazilian jiu-jitsu practitioners in mixed martial arts. But Jorge has way better stand-up. And he grew up with Kimbo. Like, he was in the backyards and shit throwing hands. Fuck. And he's actually, some people I've seen saying, like, Damian Maia is more experienced. Jorge Masvidal has more fights, people. Fuck. I'm gonna go with Jorge Masvidal by TKO. Jorge Masvidal by TKO, but I could see Damian Maia getting the submission. Joanna Jacek versus Jessica Andrade. Oh my god, this is one of the most exciting fights for me on this card. First of all, just let me say this: Joanna is, like, on this card. If you guys don't know, she is actually, like, the best technical striker on this fight card. Like, from the heavyweight guys, lightweight guys, welterweight. She is 115, multiple time world Muay Thai champion. And she gets, go watch her fights with Jessica Pena, her fight with Jessica I. Oh my fuck. She gives girls, like, facial reconstruction surgery. She blasts noses off faces. Oh god. But Jessica Andrade reminds me of, like, a little, like, petite version, like petite female version of Vanderlei Silva. She just goes in there and just fucking, she's so strong and she just goes swinging. She's got great wrestling too. I don't know. I gotta go with Joanna on this one. Honestly, she's one of my favorite fighters. I think she's smart enough too. She's really good at, like, counter wrestling, being able to defend the takedowns and everything. So I got to give it to Joanna. I think she finishes it, honestly. Andrade, I think she's good. She'll be good for the first 2 rounds, but she got a lot of muscle on her, and, you know, going for fucking 5 minutes a round, you got 5 rounds ahead of you. I think it plays into Joanna's game. Main event time. Stipe Miocic versus Junior Dos Santos. Duh. Okay, so I'm going to be a little biased in this. I'm going to already warn you guys with that. Dos Santos has been one of my favorite heavyweight fighters since he debuted in the UFC. Since he debuted in the UFC, he's only lost to 2 people, 3 losses. Twice against Cain Velasquez, which arguably one of the best heavyweights probably in mixed martial arts. And 2, Alistair Overeem. one of the fucking legends in mixed martial arts and one of the most elite strikers. So it's really no, like, I don't know, they're losses, but he's only been beat by like top dudes. But we continue. So their first fight was super close, like I was saying. It could have gone either way. For me, the kind of the deciding factor, like I definitely saw like a lot of the damage came from what seemed to be like head clashes. Like Stipe would be kind of like would be coming in and they would like bump heads or butt heads. You know what I mean? They're not allowed to, but it happens. It happens in boxing too when you're going for the clinch or whatever. So I think a lot of the damage can be attributed to accidental headbutt. But he obviously did get good shots on Dos Santos, and he took good shots. There's two deciding factors in the first fight that, for me, score it for Dos Santos. We saw Dos Santos get wobbled a bit, yes, but we saw Miocic get tagged and go down from Dos Santos's strikes, which, as the fight went on, he was actually more active than Stipe. 2, Stipe only landed, I think, 1 takedown in that fight. He attempted 13 and only got, yeah, he attempted 13 or 14 and he only got 1 of them. So you can't sit there, like a lot of people will be like, oh, well, Stipe like used his wrestling or whatever. He didn't get any takedowns, really, like except for the one, which actually was a very quick one. And Dos Santos got a takedown too. So that kind of cancels each other out. Stipe has been getting better and better, and I feel Dos Santos is kind of the same way. Both guys are super fucking like funny outside of the octagon as well, like awesome in interviews. This one is definitely not going to the judges. If it does, it's only because of how like fucking just like, it's going to sound so corny, but it's like just because of how tough these guys are. They might be too tough for their own good, but I think they're going to want to finish this one. Dos Santos wants that belt back, and I think Stipe wants to hold it for as long as he can. Ah, damn. See, I feel like Dos Santos is stronger, he might have better boxing. Stipe is a Golden Glove champ, though. As far as mixed martial arts, I feel like Dos Santos might have better boxing. Slight edge. Shit. I'm gonna go with Dos Santos. I might regret those words. No, wait. No, I can't. Dos Santos has been one of my favorite heavyweight fighters for too long. You know what? I might be biased as fuck, but what can you do? I warned you about that for this pick. So I'm going for Junior Dos Santos, either by TKO or probably a very close decision. But I could definitely see Stipe winning as well. But my pick is for Dos Santos. So my picks for UFC 211, starting from Edgar Rodriguez, we got Frankie Edgar, Jorge Masvidal, but I can see Maya pulling the submission off. Joanna Jędrzejczyk and Dos Santos, but I can see Miocic getting it too. Oh, good folks. Good folks, good folks. We've talked about our days. I went off on a mixed martial arts tangent, which I said was going to be quick. You know, from now on, I'm just going to say, I'm not going to say the mixed martial arts things are going to be quick because I always end up getting fucking just into it, you know? And I can't help it, you know? I grew up watching it. I've always loved martial arts. I love mixed martial arts. And then, like, I don't know. I can't not talk about it. I can't. Okay. I think we'll cut it for now. Well, not for now. We'll cut it. And I'll see y'all folks tomorrow for another video. Probably Saturday shorts. You know what I mean? Oh, goodness gracious. This was a fun one. Where are we at? Probably roughly 40 minutes. Not bad, eh? All right. Beautiful hooligan squad. I love y'all. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Thank you to anyone who jumped in. Ryan, fucking awesome. Just like the mixed martial arts little points that just fed into like the whole long rant. Either way, mucho love, my hooligan squad. Kisses for all your fachas. I will be around tomorrow. If you want to if any of you have ideas that you want to hit me up for Saturday shorts, I can address something if you want. We'll do whatever. No Mr. Crane stuff. Don't even bug for it. Or maybe there will be. Oh, who knows? Awkward ending. Will I have to hit the stop button? See that distant stare? Just okay. I love y'all. Mwah, mwah, mwah.